Okay.
one.
All right, we'll send the slides for this one. Sorry, everybody. So yes, so how AI can help. So it's here, it's not going anywhere. It can help you save time. It can possibly help you write your notes faster. It could help you with producing notes that are less repetitive. It can maybe give you reminders of what to say, and it could possibly make your notes stronger. But before you jump right in and start using AI for all your notes and treatments, you want to proceed with caution. So we need to understand where AI's information is coming from and what makes them experts on X, Y,
Okay,
and
pa na.
Z. Are they smarter than us? You know, we went to
Okay.
school, we got the degrees. How is AI, you know, what are they doing that um yes. Sorry. I'm like my okay. Sorry, my slides were all messed up.
All right, so why most AI tools fall short in the therapy department? So we've tried a lot of different ones, and there's good and bad to everything. But some things that we've noticed, it generates sometimes things that don't make sense. It doesn't know how to show your skill. So one of the main things when we had auditors come in and talk to us is medical necessity, and AI doesn't really know how to do that unless you train it to know that. It's not just going to give you that right away. It lacks your clinical content. You know those words we say to use? We were talking about it yesterday for like even like the templates, just those words, those like action words and just showing your skill. It doesn't necessarily know how to do that unless you tell it like what you train it how to do that. It misses the functional relevance. It can't always tie like the treatment to the goal. It uses vague, non-defensible language. Like I said, kind of more like the medical necessity. It's not using those words. Sometimes it might still not be skilled. It might just list what you're doing. And it could put your license at risk because sometimes we have to know what's good and bad. So it would help you and like when it can hinder you. You have to still know the reasoning behind it. So if you're asking it for something, you need to know the answers. Like that's why in school, I feel like so many kids get in trouble for using AI because they don't know if it's right or wrong, just copying and pasting and assuming, but it's not always right. So you do have to have the knowledge behind it to know if it's correct or not. Because it has said some crazy stuff to us. Like I was writing a blog post and we were talking about maybe like knee replacements, I think, and going up and down the stairs. And it gave me like the wrong leg that you would start with. Like something just so basic. Sometimes it gets wrong, but it could get other like crazy hard things right. So you just really have to know. And the more you use it, depending on what you use, most of them do have to be trained for what you want it to do.
So what you want to be looking for if you are going to be using AI to help support your treatments and your documentation, you want to have an AI that understands the PT and OT scope of practice. Now, we've been using AI for a while now, just training it and learning about it. And a lot of it still says that PT, here, you guys are going to go crazy here, that PT helps with the legs and OT helps with the arms. So that's red flag number one there. And if you're going to use AI to help with documentation, it has to be trained for therapy, not just the general healthcare language. That's really important. So especially if you're using it in your day to day. We need something that understands what it's meant to cue a patient, to grade a task, and to document assist level. So we want it to be built to promote skilled documentation in an effective way. So the right AI tool, we want it to support, not necessarily replace, because it's not going to replace your clinical reasoning. It's still your brain. It's why you chose that intervention. It doesn't know why you chose that intervention. So you need to support that. So it's not really going to care about things such as function, maybe carryover, safety, participation, and it should help you write that way so your notes hold up in audits and reflect the value of your care. So you're going to want to make sure that anything you're using, you obviously need to see your patient based off the medical necessity and justify your skilled services. So if your AI is just sending out like vague notes, then it's not going to do any justice for you and it will be flagged and you'll probably be denied the charts. You
And
also
even
want to make sure that it's trustworthy and reliable. Go
the
ahead.
same scribes too. Like a lot of times people are using the scribes now, but you have to be the ones that we've seen at least, you have to still be saying the words for it to catch it. Otherwise, it's gonna just basically write out the note what you're doing, which might not be skilled because it doesn't really matter what we do in the treatment. It depends our skill for it. And things are changing all the time. People might be starting to do it specifically for therapy and stuff like that. But that's why it has to be trained specifically for therapy, what to look for, how to change things and stuff like that.
Yeah. And now we are going to show you. something that we came up with within our membership. So our scholarship winner actually is going to be getting access to this. And if you are a Note Ninja member, so I just need to reshare. Let's see, where am I here?
I know some of you guys have,
Okay.
and we just added this very recently. I mean, a lot of you have been using it, but just in case you didn't realize yet. But so we trained one.
Okay.
I was saying we were getting so annoyed with it coming out with the wrong answers and not giving what we want. It's just being so generic. I would ask it for exercises for like, I don't know, hip strengthening, and it would just give me like leg raises. And we were using ChatGPT. I mean, there's so many different ones out
Mhm.
there, but that was one that we do use. And it was just sometimes so boring. So we started creating that on our own. And then we tried to find something that we could share. ChatGPT, you really need to have like the paid version in order to know your voice and stuff like that. So then we found something that we could train ourselves. So this is
Yeah,
what
so we found something to use ourselves. So this is our Note Ninja Whiz, and we're gonna just do a little quick demo of how to use it. Um, that way you can all get an idea. So I'm going to prompt it with a question here. Copy and paste my prompt. Okay, so I'm going to ask it give me 3 lower body dressing examples for a patient with difficulty threading legs into pants and how to document it. So something basic, and let's see what it pulls. Okay. So right away, I notice an activity that is from the Note Ninja membership and from our resources, our Instagram, the hula hoop threading, a pool noodle step through, and resistance band leg lifts. So this is clearly, it was taken from our resources. So we uploaded all of our resources that we have into our very own Wiz, and trained it to speak like us, speak like a ninja. So yeah, it's fairly new, but we're pretty happy with it. We've seen a lot of people have been using it, and it's been giving some really good answers. But it documents like us. We trained it to document, so it's showing the skill and the documentation. Obviously, you're going to have to customize. You know, you can't just use this if that's how your patient is presenting. You're going to have to customize it yourself. Um, but yeah, we love the examples. It shows progressions as well, talks about the activity and documentation, and then you can cue it further, like, well, give me, 2 more exercises in standing, or now let's do this for upper body dressing, or what's a safer way we can go about this. So there's all different ways that you can like cue and prompt it, and it'll pull from our resources and give you an answer. So you're pretty much talking to us. You have access to us 24/7. And I know a lot of you DM us a lot, so here we are in ninja form, AI form. All right, and I have another little prompt. We're gonna do give me 5 activities to facilitate with a patient with decreased step length and how to document them. Oops, it's not letting me enter. Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. All right. So we got line walking, stepping over obstacles, TheraBand resistance, visual cues with markers, treadmill walking with cues. Yeah, so it gives you the description of kind of how to facilitate it and like what the purpose is, and then the documentation examples. So showing like the skill intervention, the verbal cues for step length and cadence, show significant improvement in step length. So kind of just examples of what you might be documenting if you are using this. Okay. So, yeah, so this is in our adult membership. We are going to be adding it to our pediatric membership as well. We just have to finish inputting all of our pediatric data into it as well. But it can be found if you are a member. It can be found right here in Note Ninja AI Bot. And just for the sake of the scholarship winner that we're going to be announcing right after this, I just want to do a brief little walkthrough. So this is kind of what we do on our onboarding calls as well for our membership. But just to show you what we always have our membership updates here. So every new update that we have within our membership, we post right here. We have our documentation banks. So we have a lot of different documentation banks. And remember, for a limited time during the summit, our special, we are going to be including our master templates. So these are just our banks. We also have our comprehensive templates that I'll show you after this. But each section, I'm going to bring you into like 1 or 2 just to show you briefly. But here's toileting. We have a bunch of different videos on here. Takes a minute to load. Oh, that's a lovely face of mine. But we have the documentation, the skills needed for that. A lot of the sections have like progressions, but lots of documentation examples. You can navigate here. You know, we have some downloads over here. And then you can go back to categories to navigate. So we have, 4 pages of all different things. We have balance in there. So a lot of people ask for like lower level balance, sitting balance, different activities. So we have that here. Let's see. So we have all different, once all different videos. We have exercises, sitting, documentation. And then we also have categories. We have like cognition, Parkinson's disease, therapeutic exercises, bed mobility. We have a whole acute care section as well, precautions, manual, So, and we are also adding to our pocket guides as well, giving a little bit more downloads as time goes by. And you also have access to a exclusive Facebook community group too, to kind of collaborate, share ideas, and all that fun stuff. So that is our membership. And then let me hide this bar here. Stephanie, are you still here? Did you did you
Watching.
Oh, okay. You didn't show up in my 4, so I was like, uh-oh, did she leave me? Okay. All right. I'll let you take away the templates then.
All right, well, you have to scroll down.
I will scroll.
All right, so we showed you a little bit of our
That's
templates.
just thunder, honey.
No. So this is some of our templates. This is our treatment one. We have an eval one, and then we have the treatment one. So we have it different ways. We have the CPT codes, then we have it under the different activities. And how we showed you yesterday with like the patient presentation, we have that so you can pick. Then we have all the different goal cues under it, like tactile, verbal, visual. If it uses more functional activities, we'll have some of examples of activities you could do for like activities of daily living or balance, stepping, rotating. Nicole doesn't know where I'm going with that. She's just scrolling. Yeah, and that's what those look like.
Yeah. Footer and everything. And then we also have move my bar over here. All right. And then we also have the evaluation template too. So that is, we have our task analysis. We have prompts for why therapy now, for determining prior level of function, especially for our older adult patients who, might give us vague answers or might not realize the insight to their deficits. So they might like kind of don't tone it down, being like, oh, I was able to do all that. Well, were you using your hands to get up? Did you have a device in front of you that you needed to reach for? Like what safety protocols were in place? So these are kind of just some prompts to give it to you as well. So that's helpful when you're doing the evaluation. But these are all different activity and assessment goals that you can be writing, goals by body part, task analysis, and all that fun stuff. All right. But now, without further ado, we are going to get to our big winner. All right. So I added every single person. I did wait. I literally just updated it like right before we started here. So if you didn't get it in, it's your loss. But so this is for our scholarship. So you are going to win exactly what you just saw. So our entire membership library plus both of those master templates. So who is ready? Who is ready for the winner reveal? Let's see. And how do
I'm
I?
ready.
Okay. All right. Me too. All right. Ready, set, go.
I really wish we got to use this wheel more than once though.
Who's it gonna be?
Can't read that.
Valerie. Oh boy. Hopefully there's only one Valerie.
I really wish we had a last name here.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my goodness. Well, Valerie, I don't know, is Valerie here? Is there a Valerie?
We said you'd have to be on live.
Yeah, you don't have to be here, but all right, we'll find Valerie. Valerie won. Bummer she's not here to celebrate. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. And then let's go back to our presentation. Okay, sorry, everything's in my way. Here we go.
Really hope there's only one Valerie that filled that out.
I know.
Is that a last name, maybe? Here we go. We'll find her.
All right, we'll find you, Valerie. Okay. Yay, winner, Valerie. All right, here we go.
So since we just, that for what we just gave our winner, we wanted to give everybody the opportunity in order to get our templates and if you wanted to join the membership. So we usually don't sell our templates by themselves. It was part of a bigger program that we have that we do like twice a year. But people ask us all the time for our templates. So we decided to make them available just for a couple days. So you have the opportunity to either just get the templates yourselves as its own thing, the eval and the treatment one, or you can get it for free as a bonus in the Note Ninja membership and the annual membership. You can choose either one. If you do the annual membership, it's $216 for the year, which gives you 3 free months because monthly is $24. But then you get that whole membership, plus you get the Note Ninja Wiz as part of our membership, and it's 3 free months. I know this question is going to come if you could get the monthly, probably, and you still get the AI Wiz in the monthly. You get in our membership, but you don't get the templates if you were to do that because our templates were a lot of work.
Yeah, the problem with the monthly is like you could pay for the monthly and then take the templates and then cancel your membership, and it's just, yeah, it was too much work and time for that. So we really want you to be dedicated too, because the templates also are just like an extension of our membership, of like everything that we learn in our membership with like the treatments and all the different sections that we have. So that is the reason why for
Our
that.
yearly membership, we will give you the templates because you're already a member and we're not going
Yes.
to leave you out, so you will get them. And if you're a monthly member and you decide to become a yearly member, it's going to save you the 3 months anyway, and then you'll also get the templates. You can also do it that way. So we're not leaving you guys out, but they already have our membership. So
Yes. All right. Yeah, so this pretty much wraps it up. We, wanted to keep it short and sweet because I know this has been a long week, and we just really, really, once again, I keep saying it, but we really do appreciate you all showing up every night live, showing up for all of the presentations. We want to give a huge shout out to all of our speakers. Not sure if any of the speakers are on tonight, but thank you so much. We really could not have done this without, like, truly could not have done this without you. So we really appreciated everybody, like, worked hard to get in everything that we needed. Everybody was, helping us to promote the summit and spread the word about it because we really wanted so many healthcare worker or not healthcare worker, PTs and OTs to join the summit because we knew that you could benefit from it. That's a thing because Stephanie and I, when we were coming up with the summit, we said it was a no-brainer because it was something that all PTs and OTs, I think we want, and not only that we need, but we also want. We want those innovative treatments and we want the defensible documentation, but we also want to streamline our documentation. So what way to better do it than bring together this collaborative group, all different topics too. But I think even people that maybe they're not hand specialists, but I'm sure they learned something from Hong Tran, the hand therapy secrets, or maybe they don't work with patients who do aquatic therapy, but I'm sure you could have taken away something from that presentation as well. So I really hope that you all benefited from it, even if there was just one takeaway from each presentation. I think that's a win. So I really want to thank all of our speakers once again. Also, the Note Ninjas team. So everyone behind the scenes has been, we don't have a big team, but we have a very small team. It's all therapist run. And we're really proud of that. It's really, we're a small business. Stephanie and I are both moms, and we do this full time now. And we have a small team that helps us with like kind of behind the scenes. We had our assistant who is a PTA. She helped us with our entire workbook and uploading all of our graphics and everything. And so everything that looked pretty. We can thank Stephanie, our VA, for. She did a wonderful job. Craig, our clinical specialist on here, helping with answering all everybody's questions. He's really our behind the scenes little go-to. So, and then Francis is our OT assistant as well, that also has helped us with a lot of the graphics and the behind the scenes stuff that you don't see. So thank you all for that. And then thank you to all of you once again. Obviously, it's one thing getting all the speakers to agree, but then getting people to come. And getting these speakers too, a lot of them have we had some powerhouse speakers. We had JJ, the famous JJ Mauder. Everybody knows JJ Mauder. She has like 100,000 followers on Instagram, but she's brilliant. We have OT Flourish, Mandy Chamberlain, who's been, on the online space for a long time. We have Kara Wellgate. I mean, all these people. I could keep going on. And Chris, who was with us last night. So it would have been really embarrassing if we didn't have a lot of attendees. So we just want to thank you all for showing up and really, really appreciate it. But yeah, so keep checking your emails. You're going to be getting just like a few more little tidbits from us, and I will stop rambling so we can answer some questions.
We go from the bottom. All right, how can I get the templates? So put the membership link in there. So he's going to put the link in for our membership. But if you click on that, you'll have the opportunity to either get the yearly membership with the templates or the templates by themselves. It'll go to that. So it'll go just to our membership page. You click, show me the options, and you can get both the options. I know there's a lot, but they're great. I just said, if he puts the link.
The deal end for the membership, do we say that? It ends on Sunday.
Okay.
Or
Say that, yeah. And if you are a monthly member, if you upgrade to the yearly, then you can get the templates. So and it'll automatically get rid of your monthly payments, and it'll charge you once and then not for another year. And it does renew in a year, but if you cancel anytime, then you have your membership for the rest of the year.
All right. iPhone 51 asks, how can we get involved in future pursuits? I have 35 years in the field and would love to help younger therapists with innovative ideas. Well, reach out to us. I think we're going to go for round 2 next year. But we're going to do this way in advance. So we're going to have, we will keep a running list of speakers that we want, So yeah, if you want to be a speaker or anyone or want to hear from a specific person, just email us and we will add them to our list.
It was fun. So we'll definitely do it again. We already know some ways to make it better just this is the first time, but I feel like it went really well for the first time, but there's some things. And we did give the speakers a little bit last minute in the very beginning for those CUs. Let me tell you, those CUs are a pain. PT are no joke. They are not fun. So we will be playing this way in advance next time to make sure that we don't stress about the PT. The OT was easier, but
yeah, well, the AOT, so we became AOTA approved providers first. You had to fill out that long application, and then you have to submit your courses individually. So, but we were able to do that, and at least it covers all the states. What is the membership versus the clinical power pass? Well, the clinical power pass is just for the summit. So that's just all the summit presentations. And then our membership is what we just showed you. We just screen shared, where the Note Ninja Whiz is, the templates and all that. That is our membership is like our library of our like clinical treatment ideas, strategies, all the documentation. So we show you different videos with and also lists some treatment ideas. We show you graded options for them, and then documentation examples for every single activity that we do show. So there's tons of documentation examples.
if you have somebody asked about if you have the annual membership, just email us and we'll give you the templates. Also, if you guys do have like specialties and you really want to teach, reach out to us too, because we do have our peds and our adult membership, and we're always looking to we obviously don't know anything. So if you have like a good specialty that you enjoy teaching, like you could always come on and we can work something out for that too. So reach out to us if you have something that you think would benefit other therapists, because
absolutely.
People read the acute section that somebody else did. We have a bunch of different sections like that.
Yeah, and we love talking to other therapists and like supporting you all. So if we could, help you, then just reach out to us. Regarding sensory integration, we actually just added that section into our membership this last month because I've been hearing a lot of companies are using SI in SNF settings or, in Jerry. So we do have an entire new section in our membership there with some different treatment ideas, kind of billing examples, a lot of documentation as well in there. Emily, Dr. Otto at Connective would be. Oh yes, I think I think we follow them. Yeah, they would be. Yeah, we would love to have a pediatric summit. We're still like networking with the pediatric kind of, therapists, but we've been getting a lot of requests. I think we might have to do it.
And that bot is going into the PEDS membership. Somebody was asking, but we might have already answered that.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. I feel like she's almost done. We have one of our assistants helping us. It's a lot of like stuff to put in there, but she might be close to done. So it should be going in there soon. So the pediatric will get that.
Yes. And there's no, it's not a coupon code for the membership and templates. It's just because we're including our templates with our membership for just the price of the annual membership. That's the deal. So there's no extra coupon code because you are automatically, you're getting the 3 months free, and then you're also getting those templates plus our new AI feature in there as well. So adults and pediatrics are separate. They're separate memberships.
If you reach out to us, maybe we can do something. Need to start putting them together if they want.
Yes, the AI bot is already included in the membership. So if you log in, it's like right at the top. I think it's like it's like 3 or 4 sections down. It says Note Ninja, say Note Ninja Whiz. It says something like that, Note Ninja Whiz. And you just click on there and you go in and like the messaging board is in there. We do give a disclaimer that it is not necessarily HIPAA compliant yet. So don't be putting personal, make it more like generic. Don't be saying like, oh, Bob Henderson that lives at this address. You don't want to give too many details, but you can end the chat and refresh it so that way nobody else is seeing what you're putting in. And I think we did change it on our end where it does get automatically refreshed. Pelvic health. So we have pelvic health in our pediatrics, and we are working on putting that in our adult membership.
They didn't do it. Oh, I guess I was just thinking of the summit.
Yeah, they know they did the summit. So thank you so much, Irene. Bye. Irene was one of our speakers. She was the Liquid Gym team. So she came every night. Appreciate you, Irene. All right. Any other, did we miss anything?
I think we got them all. Yes, if new information is added, we add to our memberships every month, peds and adults. Usually it's based on what people want our members want to say. So if somebody asks us a question, we figure other people do too, and we add it to the membership, but they're both updated every month and you get the stuff. And like how we're giving this as a bonus for like the yearly, we're going to give it to the people that already have it for the year because it's only fair. So you will get like the updates and all that kind of stuff. Anything we add or any like promotional things, like we'll give it to you once you're a member. We won't like leave you out.
Yeah. And I believe our membership, if you go to like our membership tab on our website, it'll take you to the same link, correct?
Changed it to Summit Special, so I guess anybody that goes there can now see it, but whoops. Everybody gets a Summit Special for a couple days. The best.
Yeah, save it. And if you have any questions, and if you come across any other questions, you can always email us, thenoteninja@gmail.com. We try to be as responsive as possible. If we don't answer you for some reason, it might have ended up in our spam folder but I'm on top of it. I'm on top of our communication.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no other
We're
question.
gonna stop the recording from there.